Good evening. Welcome to From Day One. Let's begin with Father Skeptic.
Yesterday that he was setting up a debate for, or whatever it was. We'll get to that in a minute, but yeah, go sub to him, and let me grab the screen real quick. All right, 1 second. All right, now here we go.
What are you doing? So
back all right, again, y'all should be able to hear it. Let me know if you can hear
audits, I think. I didn't, but that's what he says. Back again. I'm a huge fan of Long Island audits because he follows up with his lawsuits and he does what he's supposed to do.
Hey, Andrew Mays. I was reading your chat when I said that. You are a fucking, hey, good on you, bro. I saw you in the chat talking about, hey, Chili, you've been watching Team Skeptic, haven't you? Good on you, Andrew. Good on you. Here we go.
But I want to get into detail here about the specifics of qualified immunity versus Terry versus Ohio, especially because, how's everybody doing? Hit number one if you can hear me okay. I'll put my glasses on just for a second here and see if I can.
It's like the difference between speeding and jaywalking,
there it is.
Chili.
Everybody hit the like button real quick and drop the number one.
Okay, for those that don't know, Terry v. Ohio is the right to suspend the Fourth Amendment, right? It's a landmark case. All right, it's a landmark case. The Supreme Court said that an officer can suspend your Fourth Amendment right to search and seizure if he believes that you are in the act of committing a crime, if you are about to commit a crime, or if you have committed a crime. He can suspend that right, and this is the basic understanding of it. He can suspend that right. Qualified immunity is very important, and these are the people like James Freeman will disagree with me on this, and that's fine. He's welcome to disagree with me on this. Qualified immunity makes it to where a cop can violate your rights unintentionally in the act of performing his job. Okay, that's basically what it means. It keeps you from being able to be, let's say the cops come and get you. Let me get on screen, in fact. Let's say the cops come and arrest you because they're looking for somebody that you match the description of, right? And so they put you under arrest thinking you're the guy. Maybe it's even your twin brother, for instance. But it's not you. Well, they've just violated your rights. And qualified immunity basically would keep them out of trouble from you being able to sue them because they violated your rights in the process of their duty. Now, when qualified immunity gets thrown out is when a cop violates your rights knowing that he's not doing so under the color of law, under the protection of his job and his badge and the immunities that he gets. Now, we can't take away qualified immunity altogether. Cops couldn't arrest people. You couldn't or accidentally arrest the wrong guy. Qualified immunity goes out the window. I mean, the officer would immediately be able to be brought up on civil liability for getting the wrong guy. Even if it's a twin brother of somebody that looks exactly the same and matches, wearing the same clothes, looking the same and everything. Oh, well. The police officer violated the rights of an innocent person and can be held civilly liable. And that's very basic understandings of both, so that we understand what Chili's about to describe, why it's important to why his whole thing with James Freeman is that James Freeman is wrong at thinking that removing qualified immunity from the police is more important than overturning Terry v. Ohio. Neither of which are going to happen, okay? They can both believe that they want that to happen, but neither of those two are going to happen. All right, here we go. Now, damn, getting arrested because I look like Team Skeptic. Oh, shit, that's fucked up. Here we go.
Let me know where you're watching from. If you're watching this video tomorrow or the next day, right away, stop what you're doing, hit the like button, and then make sure you're subscribed to the channel right away. Do it right away. You have to be a subscriber for 5 minutes to talk in the chat. And then please try to keep it
I guarantee you I'll have better
Perspective.
internet than
Appreciate
that
it.
in Europe.
So I think it's, I put a option here so you guys can learn something. There is a lot of information that I know that I'm going to share with you here, and I'm going to give you the links in the description for you guys to be able to look up exactly what I'm saying in great detail. And it's really important because, listen, it's you guys can get the graphic that I'm going to be teaching on my website, deletelaws.com. It's a digital poster, and the reason I made it was to show the history of institutional racism in our country, and that's very sad, but it's true. And so the cases that you're going to see, sadly, I think 4 out of 5 of the cases are based on race that affect us so greatly today. It's absolutely incredible. I'm with a friend here down the South, and he told me that he learned by watching my channel that the cases that oppress us today are based on race. And so...
And what about the cases where a black man was not involved, or Hispanic man was not involved, or an Arabic man was not involved, where a white person was involved and case precedent was set? I mean, he just voluntarily acts as if those cases, they will never, if it's a white person, it cannot possibly be defining of a case. There's plenty of case law out there that involves white people. What are you talking about, Chili? Rights have been taken away from. Just out of curiosity, I want to ask a question. Who was the auditor in Arizona that caused the right to film police officers, took that away from them? Who was that officer? I mean, who was that auditor? Can someone, if someone in the chat will look that auditor up and tell me what color his skin is? If his skin is white, then that means that there's case law out there that restricts the rights of the citizens that does not involve an African American, or let's just say, not say African American, or race, because he thinks it's all about African Americans. But I'm going to say that it doesn't involve race. So if that's the case, there would be, this argument is an invalid argument that he's putting forward. It's his way of doing just what the media does and trying to trigger you into believing that everything is about race when it comes to police and laws and legislature.
We already are here a moment ago, and so I want to go right back into it real quick, and I'm just going to do that intro again real fast because I'm really going to try to stay, because my visceral response, my natural fighter mentality when I see horrific things happen tend to lead me down an emotional path, and instead of displaying the amount of knowledge that I've garnered over the last couple decades with you guys, I instead...
He can't do that. He cannot tell you, listen, he will struggle to give you the amount of knowledge that he's learned over decades, because that video would be 15 seconds long and end. It would start, all the knowledge he has, end, 15 seconds long. Not even long enough to run AdSense on. YouTube ads. That's why he can't tell you everything he knows.
Reveal a vitriol for and disdain for an organization that is continuing to fail over and over and over again, and that is the term law enforcement in America. We need to go to peace officers right away, immediately. Go back to peace officers. And without further ado, I'm going to explain to you why right now, why qualified immunity is, to even focus on it, to even say end qualified immunity, right? Why that is an absolutely preposterous thing to focus on. We should not focus on it. You guys should understand this very, very coherently. It's like going out fishing for minnows in a world that needs to catch a big fish. And that is plain and simple. So without further ado, let's get into this.
His analogy's stupid too. This guy has nothing. He doesn't even have good analogies of why what he's about to present is important. You're a minnow out there looking for a big fish. The fuck are you even talking about? I'm leaning towards disabled.
I'm going to give you guys a bunch of links here. You guys can follow along with the links. Are all the links posted? If you guys are sitting on your computer at home, you guys should make sure that you have your links pulled up, because I'm going to go over this information really quickly. But if you really want to scan through the links
Thank
that I posted,
God.
you're going to learn a lot of information just by reading those and listening to the oral arguments on OYAs. It's just a really comprehensive way to learn. Whoop, whoop. Okay, cool. So we're going to go right here.
Oh, God, classy. Classy! How come this guy, just out of curiosity, like,
Just terrible.
why can he not just learn how to use OBS? Why can he not just learn just the basic, simple StreamYards? It's free. StreamYards. He literally has to fucking record his laptop screen. Jesus, like, that's so horrible. And people follow him. God.
Need to move outside
Outside?
on the porch or something.
Where's the, oh, out there?
Well, yeah, somewhere closer to the window.
Somewhere further away from his family.
Let's go out here, internet connection.
I think so, yeah, that's where I go for a better price. Yep.
Is that better?
Right? Not only follow, but give him money. Exactly.
So I'm just going to clear this right here.
Yep. Is that still live? Holy crap.
Yeah, we're still live. So let me just fix this right here. Whoop, whoop. Sorry, guys. And will you grab that speaker box?
Oh shit, I'm way behind. I can actually skip forward a little bit.
Can you guys hear me better now? Hopefully that's better. Sorry about that. The internet, I'm out in the middle of nowhere here. So I'm just going to have to lower this down. Take a second, I'm sorry. And you can kill that sound if you want to. I don't need it all. I don't mind being a little bit more. I think it's a little better because this table is a little bit better to get closer to the things you want to see. Boom. That. Thank you, sir. And then my little pointer. That pen would work. So now the first thing you guys I want you to focus on is that, qualified immunity does not create a prison graph like this one. You don't have millions and millions of people in prison and create a police state based simply on qualified immunity.
God, it's a
So you have to
potato
understand
stream.
that. The prison system today was created based
He's like a flat earther. He's like a flat earther that believes the earth is a globe. That's how bad his fucking internet is.
on a
Or his
series
tech skills are. My bad.
of cases that have created an incarceration nation. And, oh, that's really cool. So this right here, this prison line, you can follow the prison line, and it's gonna correlate with the dates above on this graphic. You see these years right here? You can go straight up and down.
He says,
And when the prison
He says, do you see these years right here? No, we just see a blur of white, Chili. What the fuck are you even talking about? Thanks, teacher. Thank you, teacher, for teaching us everything about the law with your smeared toothpaste fucking screen recording. Fucking moron.
graph begins, right?
You can't
when
make
it
this
really
shit
starts
up.
to get awful, when it's really bad,
When you move
is
your
when Terry
fucking...
versus Ohio. Do you see that right there? You see Terry versus Ohio? And then there's the prison system right after Terry versus Ohio. So what happened right here? Yeah,
There you go. Look at that.
it sure is. Whoop. Well, I don't know if I'll be able to actually teach a lesson.
No.
I don't know if I'll be able to teach a lesson.
It has nothing to do with your internet either, Chili. No, you're not ready to teach a lesson.
Record a lesson and put it up. So I don't think I'll be able to do it. I think I'll have to do it. I'll have to record it and then do it.
Why don't you just talk to us for a bit so we can laugh at you? Please. I promise not to send anybody your way if you just keep talking. Say something stupid.
Well,
Here he
I don't know
goes.
if I'll be able to do it. I don't know if I'll be able, I don't think I'll be able to teach a lesson. I don't think I'll be able to, I think live is better, but at the same time, it's just frustrating because I'm you know, once I get into the lesson, it's, you know, this is something that I can just teach real quick. I know it.
This guy is such a moron. Let me tell you guys something, okay? I'm going to tell you something before we get into this, just so you know, like, what the process is of going through and fucking trying to figure out, like, internet and stuff like that when you're traveling around. You know, he travels around the United States as an activist. This motherfucker doesn't have a portable hotspot. Doesn't have a portable fucking hot Wi-Fi that he can pull out. Instead, he goes with these potato-ass fucking connections, and he's like, oh, man, I can't fucking teach a lesson. No, you can't teach a lesson because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. That's why you can't teach your lesson. Not because the Wi-Fi sucks. And you have all this knowledge. No, stop fucking trying to pass a bar you'll never pass, and go get yourself a portable Wi-Fi so we can laugh at you in HD.
I know it. Terrible signal. You can hear me good now, huh? It's great now. Well, I'm just going to try to stay super duper focused because you know, I want to try to stay super focused because I don't want to lose the message in the amount of disgust that I have for any individual who would sign up to be a cop. You know, I don't want to lose how much information I've acquired through my life and can just naturally, you know, the links below that I posted below, all those links right there, all those cases are more important than qualified immunity, all of them, every single one of them. So if you want to brush up, and what I'll do is I'll record a lesson because I don't want to be in the middle of a
God damn, look at his lips. Like, even in where I paused it, look how you can hear them, right? You can hear them coming apart every time he opens it. It's like, and they're stuck together. Look at my, I don't know if you can see my mouse or not. You can, look. Right there. Gross. Go ahead, Chili. Tell us how to do it again. Teach us your lesson on fucking, on using saliva to keep your lips together.
lesson and then get cut off. So, you know, and I think I'll do it on a giant step repeat anyway, and I'll just record it. And that's how I'll do it. Because I really want you guys to understand, you know, it's not just about having a YouTube beef with James Freeman.
See, there
That's
he
not
goes
what it's
again.
about.
You see
know,
that? You see that?
James
See,
has
okay, you know, this isn't doxing to me, right? But this is shitty behavior. James Freeman goes as James Freeman. Address him as such. By not addressing him, you're intentionally doing that, Chili. It's just shitty behavior on my in my belief, okay? This is shitty to me.
his role in this society. And
he's got
his
167
exposure of
watching. That's
bad
cute.
Police interactions and bad First Amendment audits that go wrong is important. However, for someone who doesn't have an education on
like
the facts,
you,
it's bad to take information from someone who's telling you the wrong things.
Like you.
And it's not just a YouTube beef. It's about the future of our country in America.
You're not changing anything. You're not
change
changing
things.
anything. Nope.
We have to focus
Nope.
on the things.
Sorry, you're not changing anything, Chili. You're just a jackass.
You know, that's, you know, it has to be said. I'm not just trying to troll someone on the internet. I don't care about that. I care that you guys all read the cases that I posted in the comments below. I posted a dozen cases. Read them all. You know, Pearson versus Ray is the case for qualified immunity for police. Tenney versus Brandoff is the case. You know, I want to go over them. Should we try it again? I mean, it seems to be working fine now. Should we just go for it again? Because we're only 11 minutes in.
Put a 1 in the chat if you're here for the lesson.
You know, an hour, 2 hours. So I think we should just do it again. I mean, we're rolling fine? Because let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's just go right into it. And hope to God that the ding works.
Ironically, 1. 1, amen. Negative 1.
Is Graham versus Connor. Okay.
The funny thing is he could probably make his phone a hotspot, tether it to his laptop, and stream from his laptop.
So I'm going to go into this graphic here, and if you guys don't have one or you can't afford one, just let me know, and I'll send one out to you via digital. It's not a hard copy. You can get a hard copy, but
God, he's so dumb.
The ones that I have are digital on deletelaws.com. And so when you start to look at this, and you look at the prison industry, let me get my camera straight.
It's Chilean SCP. I wouldn't fucking doubt it.
You know, this prison industry right here, prohibition, this is when the prison industry started, really, because we only had 40,000 people, 50,000 people in prison before that. And then it escalated dramatically through prohibition. And this is what creates your industrial prison complex right here. And that the reason why this prohibition
There it goes again with the tooth words.
Industry up was because we criminalized a chemical, and you just can't criminalize a chemical. It doesn't work. The war on drugs is not working at all whatsoever. So when you scroll up and you check the Supreme Court cases that coincide this giant burst of quintuple the prison industry here from 50,000 people to over 200,000 people in 13 years. And so that correlates, and these cases aren't in there, but that's going to be Olmstead versus United States, 1928. And what this case is going to do is it's going to uphold the conviction of Roy Olmstead, who was bootlegging liquor from Seattle into Canada, from Canada to Seattle, right there. And he was a lieutenant and 11 other police officers. And this is the Supreme Court case. If you'd asked anybody in 1928 if alcohol is going to be legal, they would have told you, hell no, they just convicted those 11 cops and they're all in prison.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest with you guys. That bores the shit out of me. What do y'all want to do? Do y'all want to keep watching that? I'm bored with it. Like, he's just talking. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I don't know anything about those cases, so I can't even respond to him. I have a video that we can laugh at him, but yeah, it's boring, right, Arthur? No, it's boring, no, okay. Dump this live, it's boring. How about this? If somebody will keep an eye on it, then when he gets done talking about these cases, we'll go back to his live. But it's just boring right now, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to bore myself to death tonight, and I'm sure as fuck not trying to bore you guys. So why don't we go back to the fucking video that we were gonna watch? You just said bootlicking and bootlegging. No way, did he really? Is that? All right. Are you guys okay with that? Put a 1 in the chat if you're okay with me going to the next video and laughing at him. It's just boring as fuck. He's boring sometimes, like when he's boring all the time, but when he says some stupid shit, yeah, okay, you guys agree. All right, good shit. All right, so heading on over to this. This is the video from yesterday. It's also a live stream that he did, middle of the day. I went ahead and grabbed the chat and put it on the side so we could watch the chat and watch him freak out over the chat. Let me catch up on the super chats right now since we're doing this. Hold on, let me see. Let me catch up on the super chat so I don't get too far behind, and we'll get right to that. And then I'll catch up on at the end with the rest of them. Hank's Corner, remember 10 months, a good time. You're amazing. Thank you. Lindsay Rowe for $2. Love your content, your shirts, and you crack me up. Thank you. I enjoy what I do.
started off, and I'm going to try to do the same thing
right,
every
here we
time.
go.
Make sure everybody hit your like button, take your like button and push it. That's what gets more people in the room. And right now, drop in the comment section. I don't care if you're watching in a 3 weeks or 4 weeks or in a month. Write down right here where you're watching from, what state, what city, wherever you want to be. America, Australia, Japan, New Zealand. Just type right down in there where you guys are watching from. Sorry I took so long. I was getting ready. I'm gonna be I'll be driving today, so I'll be on a long drive. You know, I unblocked the trolls. Look, trolls, you guys are welcome to come in and say what you want. Good to see you, Nipples. The guy's name is Nipples. What's going on?
We'll see how long what everybody's welcome in the chat lasts. Remember what I said. On the right, and a lot of you, big shout out to Mr. Mays out there, you will notice your names in the chat. Shout out to everybody who sees their name. If you see somebody in the chat over there that you see here, go just give them the shout out, pat them on their back. Here we go.
What's going on, Sweden? How's everybody doing? Good to see everybody. Thank you for the super chat, Todd. God bless you. Lily Rose, what's going on, Lily Rose? You know, so what I'm gonna do, guys, is you can have all. Oh, let me. So Lauren obviously will not time anybody out. Rumble.
What up?
Look, let me just explain what happened. We had a rogue moderator. Bob, if you want to stay on topic, that's fine. If not, I'll kick you out, dude. So I'll put you in timeout for now, Bobby. You know, but if you start to call me names and be a dick, I'll just block you from the channel permanently, dude. I'll be checking the block list every single time.
You're
Moderators, please don't block anybody if they're a major asshole. If Bob is a major asshole.
All right, right now, you guys, I'm going to go right on screen for you right now just to show you the difference between me and Chili. Call me whatever the fuck you want to call me right now. You have my free reign. If you're a Chili tard and you're watching this quietly recording, keep recording. Record yourself right now. It's on screen. Record yourself saying whatever the fuck you want to say about me. I don't care. You won't get fucking banned here for saying whatever you want. Talk about my teeth. They social distance. That was the funniest joke I heard all 2021. Is somebody said, you know COVID's real because Team Skeptics' teeth are social distancing. That was the funniest shit in the world I heard all 2021. So go ahead, insult me, and better fucking make it good. You get banned for if it's a dumbass insult. It better be fucking
by
good.
a second or third personal attack, I'll just block him permanently from my feed, and I'm keeping track now because I'm really tuned in. Let me fix my hair here. I didn't even get myself ready. I just cleaned myself up a little bit and jumped on this live. So what's going on? Beth Rist is in the house. Caddy Daddy, Citizens Broadcast Cooperative. Gloria's in the room. Everybody, do me a favor, hit the like button. There's 120 people here. What's up, Playboy? What's up, Playboy? What's up?
What's
that's so
Playboy?
sweet of you, Bow.
Also,
Tabitha?
every time he says you got to hit the like button, you guys know what to do. You better start hitting that like button every single time. If you've already hit it once, unlike it, and then like it again.
Bruce, good to see you. You know, do me a favor and just, you guys try to be decent. You know, look, so I'm going to do a few things over this next week that are pretty much going to shock you guys because I'm going to go into this madness. Pamela Knox is in the hizzy. How you doing, Pamela? I removed all the moderators yesterday, and I added a few back
Shout
today,
out to
people who have been with me for a while. But just so you guys know, you know, I had a rogue moderator who blocked a bunch of supporters. So I'm going to go through and check the block list every day. Don't block anybody or I'll remove you as a moderator. Let me do the blocking, and I will block people 100%. 100% I will block people. There are people who are assholes, like this woman who goes by Love. I'm not going to give you the rest.
Hey, if you've been blocked in the chat, put a 1 in the chat if you've been blocked. Put a 1 in the chat if you've been blocked. And look at these lights going nuts over here. Holy fuck, why is that? That's because Bella Charge gifted 5 subs. And we said, every time someone gifts subs, we're going to take a shot. Plus, we owe 1 for fucking SEMA. And we're going to do our obligatory drink for the late, great Schrodinger's cat as well. We're drinking Elijah Craig tonight. Kentucky whiskey, I think. Yeah, bourbon whiskey, straight Kentucky. All right. SEMA. Bella Charge. This is for you guys. And also for the late, great Schrodinger's cat, who will always watch us in every fucking video we do, every live stream we do. We give him a shout out. It's just going to happen, and we take a shot with him. Salud. Some good whiskey. All right, here we go.
Of her account, but she's a total asshole, and I really don't have to put up with her. You know, she
SC
didn't build up
for
a
the
following.
win.
I did. So, you know, this is what I'm doing with my life, and I don't want to block people. I want to hear the opposing view. I don't want an echo chamber, but at the same time, you know, you can't come here and just be a dick. Is it fair enough? If not, that's fine. I actually sent off an email today to somebody who hates my guts. This guy hates my guts. Hates my guts. And I've seen all the things he said about me. I sent him an email today and said, I'll do an interview with you. I'll do a talk with you, not an interview, because I'm going to ask him questions too. If he agrees to do it, because he contacted me already, said, hey, come on my channel. I'll give you a fair chance. And we'll see about that. I did send him an email today. And I said to him, look, more than willing to have a conversation with you, because, you know, I also want to address this. You know, I've been in front of the camera for a year now. I've been public for a year. I've been a public personality for a year, even though I don't think that I'm a...
Hey, everybody. All right, I'm going to stop the video and point out when he makes his hypocritical statements. Remember that he just said that, okay? When I tell you to remember shit, it's important. Remember that he just said that. And I'm going to play it back just a little bit, but you need to hear what he said. He just admitted that he sees himself as a public figure, all right? Because he'll contradict himself in a little bit. Here we go.
To have a conversation with you, because, you know, I also want to address this. You know, I've been in front of the camera for a year now. I've been public for a year. I've been a public personality for a year, even though I don't think that I'm officially a public person as far as the law is concerned. And so,
by his own description, then, Britney Spears is a public personality who is not a public figure. No, you are. You're just not a public official. You put yourself out on YouTube. This is part of the whole being a public persona, putting yourself out there like I do and other people do. There's a certain, we subject ourselves to a slightly different set of privacy rules than the general public do, because we put ourselves out there like that. We choose to do that when we make these decisions. That's why, and watch, he's going to contradict himself in a minute, right? Because he's going to say what he's going to say, and then he's going to turn around and say that James can't say what he's saying about him because he's not a public figure, when he just said he was. But I wanted y'all to hear that for your own 2 years, so it's not just like, well, Skeptic said that you said this. Nah, you said that.
You know, there you go.
Sorry,
Alan won't
crunk.
block anybody, but I added him as a moderator because I don't want him blocked. And someone had Alan Hubs. It has been a friend of mine since the beginning of this year, and he was on the block list. So was there was I don't want to say any names because then people will target these people, you know. I don't want to block people. I want to have conversations with people, you know, and I want to have everybody hit the like button. There's only 60 likes. We do not have 100 trolls in here.
Oh my God. If you don't want to block people, then don't block people. God, I don't want to block people. I don't block people. It's that simple.
So I'm going to wait a second while everybody stops what you're doing. Dude, I love JockSock, actually. JockSock was a great company, dude. It was a tanning company. I'd go to tanning conventions, and there was all these beautiful girls, all spray-tanned golden. Yeah, that's how you guys know that I don't really have any victims, because I've dated more than 2 girls in my life, so you would hear from them quickly if I was a jerk to them.
Yeah, right. Anybody that's dated more than 2 girls doesn't have to tell people, I've dated more than 2 girls in my life. I'm calling bullshit. Look, you've seen it here first. Citation fucking needed.
it would happen very quickly. You know, as soon as a man, especially a aggressive man, is a public personality, then what happens is any woman you've ever treated bad comes out and says, "You're a horrible person." But as you guys have seen in the past year, that has not happened.
Hey,
My girlfriend's
hold on. That's funny because I've dated plenty of chicks in my life, and guess what? Not a single one of them have come forward, and almost every one of them knows that I fucking do YouTube. Why aren't they coming forward saying, "Oh, well, now that Team Skeptic's a personality, he's beat the shit out of me"? They don't do that shit because I don't fucking do that. I don't have to worry about even explaining why that might be a possibility.
7 years, did a recorded phone call with me, and she said she actually wanted her current boyfriend, who she broke up with, to not treat her the way he treated her when he got mad. So, you know, I feel, and then I feel pretty exonerated. Charlie Little Bear, the people are asking
Listen
about
to his
you, Charlie.
ADHD. It's bad because I have it too. But do you see how he starts conversations? He's just like, "Charlie Little Bear, Charlie, Charlie, Charlie."
Something good to say to the people? Say something good. Say something good.
So
So you only have to be a subscriber to Stiggs. I unblocked you. I remember you, Stiggs. I see all the screenshots of you on troll channels, Stiggs. I've read all the things you've said about me. You're welcome to say those things about me. I can see you, good old boy. I told you, good old boy, I did not block you. Hey, Lauren, can you stay on topic? Would you do that for me? I'm doing what I'm doing in my room. If you could please stay on topic, that's the whole point. You are wrenched, Lauren. You are wrenched. But can you please stay on the topic that I'm talking about? Because this is the following that I've built up. This is what I'm doing with my life.
Shout out to Tina Slay in the chat. I know you want to do some
things too. More than willing to promote you.
Shout out to Tina Slay in the chat. As I said, he's going to bring you up in a little bit. And when he brings you up, I want everybody to remember at the end of this live stream, head over to Ironton Auditor's channel and go watch Tina Slay's interview on Ironton Auditor's channel. Okay? That's the real Chili right there.
Than willing to have you have a conversation with people, but can we just stay on the topic of what I'm talking about? I mean, if that's okay, you know, I'd like to be able to speak with people on the mission of which I am created. Bob, you did not hurt my feelings. I'm not sure if you know it or not, but so many people talk trash about me, Bob. I don't know you, dude. You didn't hurt my feelings. You know. And then here comes that fat piece of shit, Josh. You know. I mean, look, hey, Josh, you have a rape letter, bro. You have a rape letter.
God, I'm going to tell you guys something. There's not many times a man has been fucking truly shaded by another man on a plutonic level as bad as Chili believes he's been shaded by Josh Abrams. I am not lying. Like this, Josh, I don't know if Josh is listening right now or not, or if he'll listen to this later, but you see inside of that head, should you ever go homeless, just go find Chili. There's a room for you inside of that fucking cranium right there.
Josh has a letter where it says that he tried to rape his girlfriend. Let's pull it up since Josh wants to come in here trolling. I didn't put you in timeout, Josh. You can say whatever you want. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull up the police report about you, Josh. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do, Josh. You wanna have this conversation, Josh? Let's do it. Let's talk about this police report for Josh, everybody.
All right, now, I've seen this part, and I will say this. I don't know the details behind this, and Josh Abrams is not here to defend himself. So I'm neither going to believe Chili nor disbelieve Chili, because Chili, to be honest with you, has never given me a reason to just believe him. It'd be different if he was completely honest all the time and he didn't have a reason to lie. But he's been slighted by Josh. And Chili's not known for vetting his evidence very well. In fact, in a portion in here, he'll even say, Josh had an outburst in the courthouse. It was, that's what our sources said. That's not anything to fight. Now, the allegations about Josh are true. That's a whole different ballgame. And Josh isn't here to defend himself. So I'm not going to take a side either way. According to that, I'm not going to, just because Chili said so doesn't mean that I'm going to believe it. But here we go.
So here's the police report regarding Josh. This is what his ex-girlfriend said about him. I've been a public figure for a year. A person who's in front of the. I'm going to turn my Bluetooth off on this real quick. I'm going to turn my Bluetooth off real quick, and we're going to read the police report.
He just admitted
about
again
the
that he's a public figure. Said it twice now.
fake crew.
Watch him in about 20 minutes go, I'm not a public figure.
Josh, I don't know if anybody's actually read this, but we're going to read it right now, buddy. That's why I came on here, was to have these harder conversations. Cringe, Denise Lynn, as someone who's a troll like you, you're cringe. Katie, you got my text messages. What does it say? Yeah, Josh is his ex-girlfriend accused him of being a rapist, that he tried to rape her. And I'm going to show the police report right here, right now. You can't, it's not defamation if I tell the truth. Here's the police report written about Josh. Okay, so let's get into this a little bit. Hold on, I'm going to turn this Bluetooth off and turn this Bluetooth on, and then I'm going to continue. So I'll be gone for 5 seconds here, real quick.
Now, I will say this, while he's doing this, Josh Abrams was in the chat. You can see him over in the right defending himself. So just for complete transparency, while I'm not going to be here defending Josh, Josh was defending himself in the chat. And if you can see it on screen, you can read what Josh was typing. I'll leave it up to you guys on what you want to believe or what not.
Quick. So now let's listen to.
I don't know what that was, but
so Josh decided to come in. Josh, I didn't block you, dude.
On his sweatshirt, I'm a tool, then it says,
Josh, I didn't block you out, Josh. But let's read the police report about Josh out loud.
right.
Here's this channel is called Rights On, everybody. I told him I would cover this video, and I never
YouTuber.
did.
Another YouTuber said it.
But this
It must be true, guys. Another YouTuber said it.
is about Josh. I don't have a police report like this, but Josh decided to come in. Hey, Josh, you're not blocked, buddy. You are going to federal tort law court. Get ready, Josh. I'm suing your ass for defamation, bro. I cannot wait. I
This guy
cannot
doesn't
wait.
know how
But
fucking
let's talk
defamation
about
works.
the accused rape that Josh, because Josh always says, we talked about my criminal record. No, Josh. No, we have not. We have not talked about your criminal record, Josh. We have not. Not one single bit. No one's really talked about your criminal record. Let's talk about that now. Everybody hit the like button. I want more people to see.
You know the rules. He says hit the like button. You better hit that like button. If you've already hit it, unlike the video, then re-like it.
A piece of garbage Josh is. And by the way, there's also a report that he beat up his father, the guy who recently died when he was in prison for theft. I don't have a theft on my record that I went to prison for. I have shoplifting when I was 19. Me and some guys from school thought we'd try to steal some shit and get away with it. We got caught. It was harmless kid stuff. But let's get into what Josh actually is accused of, because everybody needs to understand there's people who have left my account and support this guy. And if you can find one of these on me, I will quit YouTube. I will quit all social media. So let's get into this.
Please, somebody find something. Please. Do the world a favor and find something so this man quits YouTube.
Just a little bit now.
Stop it. But when you don't stop, sometimes you stop in an effort to make sure that you don't stop stopping.
See, as clear as the look I'm looking right now in the camera.
Yeah, it's just another lie. Right?
What this piece of shit did to me.
Wow. Do I have one of those? Josh, do I got one of those? Look what this piece of shit did to me. Now let's read the...
Even like part of my past. I've never been arrested, nor have I been charged, let alone convicted with any such crime that he's saying my criminal record is public. So
now it is.
But the interesting thing is...
Now it is.
Someone who lies to people, but literally has a guilty plea and diversion for selling the date rape drug.
That's not true either.
Accusing someone else of...
So, Josh, just so you know, that's defamation, you frickin' moron. I did not plead guilty to a date rape drug, Josh. That's defamation, you frickin' moron.
Okay, pay attention. Everybody remember, I'm going to tell you when you need to remember things, right? He said that because Josh said he got arrested and pled guilty and took the diversion program. Whether that's true or not, I'm not here to debate that. But you keep in mind, because Josh said it, Chili says it's defamation. We're going to hold Chili to those same standards here in a minute.
And that can be proved through a court of law, through records. You dunce cap. Meanwhile, this police report about a woman saying that you jumped on top. Well, let's
And
just.
I will say that what James Blonde out there, 007, James Blonde, 007, it's 100% true, you moron. I've heard that from many, many people, Chili. 100% true. And that you're a moron.
Read the police report, Josh. Good to see you, Rex. Oh, is that right? Rex, I'm fighting a giant September 24th. Chad Gu is not a small guy. He's been boxing since he was 6 years old. He's been doing jiu-jitsu for the past 11 years. He's got his weight down to 250, 240 pounds. So, but let's read Josh's criminal police report here, because I don't have one of these. But this is the guy that you guys are following. He has not addressed this. He has not addressed this. Okay, she was afraid of you, Josh. You scared her. And here's the actual report from the police, from your chick. Hey, Bob, you're right on topic. You're not getting timed out. We're talking about Josh being accused of raping his ex-girlfriend right now. Here's the police report where she says that. I didn't say that. I'm reading a police report, which makes it perfectly not death.
Let me ask you something there, Chili. How'd you get that police report? Did you obtain the police report by going to the police records and asking for it? Or did somebody send you a copy of something and said, hey, Chili, this is a police report on Josh Abrams? How many of you are willing to believe that he'd willing to just say it ahead of time without anything, without even having to do any research, that you're 100% sure already that he received this through secondhand means? That he didn't go to the police department and get it himself so that he knows that it's actually where it comes from. For those of you that don't remember when I called out Sean Hufford for the GoFundMe scam that he had done, right? When I called him out, I had the information 3 days ahead of time. It was shared to me by negative exponents. Okay? That man knows what he's doing. But I would not accept that as evidence. I took that and verified that what he shared with me literally came from the county clerk. And once I had that assurance, then I knew that I could trust what was there. Not because he handed it to me and said, hey, look at this document I found that shows this incriminating information. No, I went out and verified it myself. Did you verify it, Chili? Or are you just believing this to be true?
Defamation. It's the truth. Meanwhile, Josh said, I sold a date rape drug. That's false. That's defamation. That's not true. It's just not true. I don't know if Gu's a black belt. He's been doing jiu-jitsu for 11 years. That was what he said on the live stream. So I believe him.
Sexual offenses, which is interesting because he said it, then he found out he was wrong and he retracted it, but now he's trying to say it under
mentioning my name is toxic over there.
It's okay,
I believe
Chili.
you.
Just come up and play with the big boys.
Oh, I'm right here. I'm right here. Right here.
Email me a picture of my registry or a copy of my record that shows any such.
Here it is, Josh. Listening to your voice is disgusting. Here it is, Josh. Okay,
then I'm like Chili, who literally took a diversion plea for selling a date rape drug. I've never been arrested, charged, or convicted for any such crime.
Oh, yes, you have, Josh. Oh, yes, you have, Josh.
On Monday, October 28th, 2019, Joshua
I guess this is supposed to be the police report here, right? Now, maybe it is, maybe it's not, but that doesn't look like a police report to me. That looks like some kind of narrative that was put on a piece of paper. I'm not an officer. I'm not a Leo, okay? I'm not a Leo. But for those of you that have been in an accident, when you get your police report from that accident, does it look like that? For those of you that have been involved in crimes where it's been needed that you've had to go out and get the police report, whether it be for your own good or to defend yourself, whatnot, did the police report look like that? Did it just look like a bunch of writing on pieces of paper? I'm curious because I don't deal with police reports very often. But I have seen accident reports that were police reports, and they didn't fucking look like that. Not one bit. Not even close.
with assault and battery of an intimate partner and arrested. Danielle stated that sometime after she'd fallen asleep, Abrams woke her up demanding to have sex. He said,
Wow.
a guy just came inside of you. Now it's my turn.
Wow.
Danielle stated that she refused to have sex with Abrams. Danielle stated Abrams got on top of her, at which time she started screaming.
She started screaming.
Off of her.
Get off of
and to
me.
leave her
Shut
alone.
up, Chili.
Leave me alone.
Danielle stated Abrams that forcibly put his hand over her mouth.
Put his hand over her mouth
In an attempt to stop her from screaming.
to stop her from
Danielle
screaming.
stated that she was eventually able to get free from Abrams' grip. She then attempted to leave the room.
You know, there's also something to be said here that maybe this person, let's say this story is true, Chili, maybe this person doesn't want you helping her relive this fucking nightmare. Have you ever thought about that? I mean, it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Chili, the last thing that's on Chili's mind is any other person other than Chili. So if fucking someone else's life up so that he can look good or that he can make his enemy look bad, thinking that in some way that makes him look good, that's a shitty thing to do, Chili. That's a really, really shitty thing to do.
But Abrams would not allow her to leave. After repeated attempts to flee the room, she stated that she was able to get him to allow her to leave by telling him that she would leave the hotel with him. She then proceeded to quickly gather a sweatshirt, pants, and her shoes and left the room. Upon making it to the lobby, she noticed the clerk at the front desk and refused to leave the motel with Abrams.
Josh, this
She
is about you, buddy.
repeatedly asked
Comment
Abrams
all
to
you
leave
want.
her alone,
Leave
but
me
she
alone.
did not.
She did not.
At that time, the clerk redacted name. The front desk clerk asked if she needed police, to which she replied yes.
She needs
Cliff
cops.
Solomon, Scott Flaherty, and Robert Curious then arrived on scene.
Hey, that's a good point, Jane Doe. It says just because someone files a report or complaint doesn't mean an arrest or charge was made. And the only reason I'm saying that, and I'm not here, you know, declining what the victim said, but I am saying that this is what Josh said in the chat, that was a police report, but he was never charged, and that those charges were never came to fruition. Now, again, I'm not defending Josh here. I'm repeating what he said in the chat and what was said there. I just want you guys to know that he was defending himself by that very same argument.
Based on the above statements made by Danielle, along with my observations, it was determined there was a probable cause to charge Abrams with assault and battery of an intimate partner. I then placed Abrams under arrest, handcuffed, double locked, and searched him. Patrolman Corius and Flaherty then escorted Abrams to the rear of their marked cruiser number 9 and transported him to the Cant police station
Depp v.
located
Heard, right?
at 500
We learned nothing.
Taunton Avenue.
Wow.
So we know Danielle also went to the police station and made a recorded statement.
Okay.
Josh, I
So, what does he say?
expect your channel to be down by the end of the day.
Yeah. So, you guys, everybody.
What this piece of shit did to me.
Wow. Is she lying, Josh? You're not timed out, Josh. Is she lying? Is she lying?
A local journalist in Massachusetts wrote about this incident.
Is she lying,
He
Josh?
said earlier in the night,
Or are you an
Josh took
attempted
her to
rapist?
2 strip clubs before returning to the Motel 6 in Seacon with someone named
Wow.
Who
Wow.
also had sex with her while Josh watched in the corner.
What?
She has no recollection of how it ended because she was either drunk, high, or both, and she woke up naked in the bed.
Wow.
While she was sleeping, Josh mounted her and demanded to have
Mounted?
sex with her because a guy just came inside of you. Now it's my turn.
Where you at,
When she
Josh?
said no, he attempted to rape her by jumping on top of her and covering her mouth. She eventually got free, but he attempted to make her stay. She was only able to leave the room by promising to go
Look
with
at you,
home with
Josh.
him. The clerk at
Look
the
at you,
desk, who
Josh.
was a hero, despite the fact that the victim is morally reprehensible herself, saw Danielle repeatedly tell him to leave her alone and
Wow.
called the police on Danielle's behalf. Abrams' bail was $2,500 out of Taunton on the new case, and he is held without bail for 90 days on the Superior Court robbery case.
Where you at, Josh?
Sources tell us.
Somebody said Josh is in the chat now. I didn't happen to see him. Josh, if you're in the chat, you feel free to speak up. And yeah, I see you now. My record is public. Hey, you know, look, I'll give you a free chance to come in here and defend yourself from Chili. I'm not personally attacking you because I don't know the details either way it goes. But because I'm playing Chili, dogging you, if you want to come on and speak your piece, you're more than welcome to. And I think you sent me a message on Discord that I haven't responded to you. I can send you a join link via that. Just let me know if you'd like to do that, and I'll bring you on. We'll keep playing it until I see a yes or no.
Was that he also had an outburst in court after being told that there would be no bail on the old cases.
Wow, Josh.
And had to be silenced by his court-appointed attorney and the judge.
So you guys, everybody, do me a favor. This is Rights On. The channel that we're watching right now is called Rights On. So right there, that's the name of the channel, everybody. That's the name of the channel. So the channel is called Rights On right there. He's only got 254 views on this. Everybody should get over here and give him a view on this and watch it all the way through so he gets his views. And the channel's Rights On. Make sure you guys can see it, okay? So so Josh, that's not defamation, saying that you did an attempted rape, because it's in a police report. You see? Oh, you're going to go rough on me, Josh? And let me tell you where the defamation case is with Josh, just so you guys know. My buddy in New Hampshire, where Josh said I went to my friend's house and kicked him out, my buddy has given me a sworn affidavit notarized. That's not true. My nephew, who was writing screens that never finished those screens, he's given me a sworn affidavit. We never showed Josh any screens with any Google poppers on them. Josh said that he paid for my hotel. I've produced receipts. He's a liar. I produced receipts that I paid 60%. No, don't block anybody, Terry. Nobody gets blocked on this channel. We put them in timeout, and then if we have to, I will block them permanently. But I want Josh to be able to watch everything. I want him to be able to come in and comment. I've changed my whole mentality, and I got to thank my friend Lauren for that. Corporate, I'm not adding any new moderators because I had a rogue moderator who blocked out 100 supporters. They're now back in the room.
That's hilarious. Also, Twitwit's out in the chat. She says, I think Josh is a fucking sicko. That's what. And you know what? Twitwit's allowed to have that opinion, y'all. Okay? And you guys are welcome to have y'all's own opinion. That's what's beautiful about this fucking channel, is that everybody's allowed to think what they want to think and express their opinion here. I'm going to bring Josh on and give him an opportunity to defend himself against these allegations that Chili is making against him. But that doesn't necessarily that I am saying that I'm on his side or not on his side in this situation. I'm just going to give him an opportunity to explain his side while Chili is trashing him. So just so you know, everybody's welcome here to have an opinion, even if you don't agree with the other person's opinion. I would like to take a shot and catch up on chats as we get Josh. I believe he just messaged me. Let me get him a join link real quick. Oh, I'll put this. You know what? I'll pause.
Good to see you, David.
I'll
good to see you. Good to see you, Bruce.
Let this play.
And I will be checking the block list every day. So Josh was accused of raping his ex-girlfriend. Then she made a video and said, "Look what this piece of garbage did to my face." And then Josh lied about paying for my hotel room. I provided receipts. He lied that I went to my friend's house in New Hampshire and kicked him out. My friend has given me a sworn affidavit. He lied that my nephew created screens in a night. Think about that, created screens in a night. No, we cannot all get along. This Josh is a piece of shit. He is a piece of shit. We also have a report, and I cannot qualify this yet because, as you know, I have a fake police report as well. But Josh apparently beat up his own father, according to what's online. And so, Josh, you beat up your own dad, and then he died when you were in prison. Karma, buddy. Karma.
What a shitty thing to say. I'm sorry, but you could say you can dislike people all you want. But making that kind of attack on somebody, that's just a really fucking shitty thing to do. We'll give Josh a chance to get on here, but I'm going to go ahead and read a couple of super chats and get caught up so that way we don't get too far behind. And we did have another gifted membership. Wow, thank you so much. Let's see. LB Dubs, $5. Masshole deduced his friend lives in a double wide. Nothing wrong with double wides. I've been in plenty of them in my life. Angry Redhead became a new member. Thank you very much. $5.
And with that, we're going to bring it to an end. Like, share, and subscribe. Again, one another, and release the Kraken. So we march from day one.